The Republic P-47 Thunderbolt was one of the heaviest and most powerful single-engine fighters of World War II. While many pilots initially doubted its massive size and weight, the P-47 quickly proved that its bulk wasn't a disadvantage. It was a strength. Nicknamed the Jug, the aircraft weighed over 7 tons when fully loaded, far more than most contemporary fighters like the Spitfire or Bf 109. Yet this weight gave it exceptional durability, stability, and the ability to carry immense firepower. Pilots soon discovered that the P-47 could take incredible punishment, dive faster than almost any enemy aircraft, and still bring its pilot home safely. What seemed like a flaw at first glance was, in fact, a masterstroke of American engineering, a blend of brute strength, advanced aerodynamics, and a powerful engine that transformed the Thunderbolt into one of the most effective weapons of the Allied air forces. The P-47 wasn't designed to be graceful. It was designed to dominate. At its heart was the Pratt & Whitney R2800 double WASP, an 18th-cylinder, 2-Sarosant horsepower engine that demanded a large, strong airframe to handle its tremendous output. The result was a bulky fighter that looked more like a flying tank than a sleek interceptor. However, that powerful engine, combined with the plane's rugged frame, gave it outstanding high-altitude performance and diving speed. The P-47 could reach speeds exceeding 430 mph and dive faster than nearly any other fighter of its time without losing control. The large fuselage also allowed for more fuel, greater range, and heavy armament, key advantages in the vast European and Pacific theaters. Its size was a byproduct of practicality and performance, not excess, and this emphasis on power over elegance became one of the Thunderbolt's greatest strengths. One of the most remarkable traits of the P-47 was how much damage it could absorb and still return to base. Many pilots recalled limping home with engines shot, wings shredded, or entire sections missing. Yet the Jug kept flying. The thick armor around the cockpit and engine protected vital systems from enemy fire, while its large air-cooled radial engine could keep running even after taking hits that would destroy liquid. Cooled engines in planes like the Mustang or Spitfire. This made the P-47 especially valuable for ground attack missions where anti-aircraft fire was a constant threat. German troops nicknamed it the Juggernaut. And for good reason, it could take a beating and keep coming back. Its weight contributed directly to its survivability, giving Allied pilots the confidence to dive into enemy territory and strike targets that lighter aircraft might have avoided. The P-47's size allowed it to carry a devastating arsenal. It was equipped with 8 .50 caliber machine guns, 4 in each wing, that could shred enemy aircraft or ground targets in seconds. Each gun carried around 425 rounds, giving pilots nearly 30 seconds of sustained firepower. But the real advantage of the P-47's weight was its ability to carry external bombs and rockets. Fully loaded, it could haul up to 500 pounds of bombs, more than some light bombers of the time. This made the Thunderbolt not just a fighter, but also an exceptional fighter-bomber. Its combination of speed, armor, and weapon load made it a lethal tool for both air superiority and ground support. The weight that once seemed excessive was what gave it the versatility to perform multiple combat roles effectively, helping it earn the respect of both pilots and commanders alike. The P-47's heavy frame wasn't just about protection or firepower. It also helped it excel at high altitudes. The aircraft was fitted with a turbo supercharger that used its size to house complex piping and cooling systems, giving the Thunderbolt unmatched performance above 30,000 feet. While many aircraft lost power at such altitudes, the P-47's massive engine and robust design allowed it to chase enemy bombers and interceptors with ease. German Luftwaffe pilots often found themselves climbed and dived by the Thunderbolt, unable to match its speed in a descent. The large fuselage also meant it could carry extra fuel tanks for extended range, a crucial factor in escorting bombers deep into enemy territory. Its ability to maintain performance at high altitudes was a direct result of its weight and the engineering that supported it, turning the P-47 into an aerial powerhouse in the stratosphere. As the war progressed, the P-47 transitioned from a pure air superiority fighter to a ground attack legend. Its toughness and payload capacity made it perfect for close air support missions in Europe after D-Day. Armed with bombs, rockets, and machine guns, the Thunderbolt tore through enemy convoys, tanks, and supply lines. The weight that helped it survive aerial dogfights now protected it from ground fire. Pilots described flying through flak-filled skies and returning with holes the size of fists in their wings, but still landing safely. German soldiers dreaded the sound of its roaring engine and machine gun strafes. Its ability to withstand hits and deliver destruction was a direct result of its heavy design. The P-47's weight turned it into a flying fortress that could endure punishing missions, making it one of the most feared and effective tactical aircraft of World War II. Despite its intimidating size, pilots grew to love the P-47 for its forgiving nature and safety. It was stable, reliable, and tough, qualities every pilot valued in combat, while lighter fighters like the Spitfire or Bf 109 could turn it. Few could match its speed in a dive or its resilience under fire. Pilots often said they felt safe inside the jug, knowing it could protect them from enemy bullets and get them home even with serious damage. The cockpit was roomy, well-armored, and equipped with excellent visibility for such a large plane. Many American aces, including Francis Gebreski and Robert S. Johnson, owed their lives to the Thunderbolt's strength. For them, its weight was not a drawback but a guardian angel, a feature that made the difference between life and death in countless battles across Europe. Republic Aviation's design philosophy centered on durability and power. Lead engineer Alexander Kartveli believed that a strong airframe and a powerful engine were better than agility alone. To handle the massive R-20-800 engine and turbocharger system, the plane needed reinforced wings, a larger fuselage, and extensive cooling systems, all of which added weight. However, this extra mass was intelligently distributed to maintain balance and stability. The P-47's elliptical wings provided lift to offset its heaviness, while its advanced aerodynamics allowed smooth, high-speed dives. Engineers also used the size advantage to fit more fuel and ammunition, making it ideal for long missions. The result was an aircraft that defied expectations, heavy but agile, tough yet fast. The Thunderbolt's engineering brilliance turned what looked like a design compromise into a tactical masterpiece that combined raw strength with refined aeronautical science. When compared to other fighters of its time, the P-47 stood out as a different kind of machine. The British Spitfire and German Bf 109 were nimble and elegant but fragile. The American P-51 Mustang was sleek and efficient, but relied on a liquid-cooled engine vulnerable to damage. The Thunderbolt, however, represented brute survivability. It wasn't the most graceful in dogfights, but in overall performance, speed, firepower, range, and durability, it was unmatched. Its heavy frame allowed it to outdive opponents and endure hits that would destroy other planes instantly. On long escort or ground attack missions, the P-47's toughness meant fewer pilots were lost. This reliability proved invaluable to Allied operations, particularly in Europe, when air superiority depended not just on skill, but also on endurance. The Thunderbolt's weight became the deciding factor that often tipped the scales in favor of the Allies. By the end of World War II, the P-47 had earned a reputation as one of the most formidable fighters ever built. Over 15,000 units were produced, serving across multiple fronts and proving themselves in countless battles. Its massive weight, once viewed as a weakness, became the very trait that defined its greatness. The Thunderbolt taught the world that in aerial combat, strength and survivability could be just as crucial as speed and agility. Even after newer jets replaced it, the P-47's legacy lived on as a symbol of American engineering might and pilot safety. Its design philosophy influenced future aircraft, emphasizing that protection and power could coexist without compromise. In every sense, the P-47's weight wasn't just a number. It was its secret weapon, turning it from an underestimated giant into one of the true legends of aviation history.